going on, fellow tankers? It's Mobius Y here once again with the 4th episode of Heavy Duty, the 6-episode series showcasing my grind for the American T110E5 Tier 10 heavy tank. So here in episode 4, we're moving on from the Tier 7 T29 to the Tier 8, Tier 8 T32. Now luckily for me, I was able to overtrain Evan Pike. I did not choose a new skill on the T29. I just kept using him over and over without picking a new skill, so he should be well overtrained for the next tank. So, going to sell all the equipment before I get rid of the T29, clear that off, and then I need to go into the tech tree, I believe, just before I sell this tank, and purchase the T32 and move the crew into it. 2,218,500 silver for the T32. Confirm purchase. Now it's going to ask me to move the crew in. Evan Pike's my guy with the big golden plus. There's the T32, not camoed up yet, but we'll get to that in just a minute here. Let's pick Evan Pike and just go with Regimental School. Oops, sorry. Just go with Regimental School for 100,000 silver. And he should be fully trained on the tank because I overtrained him a lot on the T29. Now it's going to ask me for a new skill, and I think I'll just skip that for now. Don't know what skill to go with. I'll look at it in a minute here once we go through this purchasing animation. So the T32, it's got a bit more of a kind of the chassis like on the 46 patent, but I guess the turret's a lot heavier because it's not as maneuverable. But it's a much smaller turret than on the T29. Tank purchase, T32. Excellent. Tier 8 US heavy tank. Should be good fun. There. Now we can get rid of the T29. It had just a little bit of XP left on it. That's alright. Sell it out for just over 700,000 silver. Blah, sorry. Alright, so here's the Tier 8 T32 United States heavy tank. So it's definitely smaller in profile than the T29, so it's got a bit of a better camo rating. And this stock turret is kind of like, it's kind of resemblant of the Pershing turret, but it's still fairly strong in the gun mantlet area. But that hatch is quite exposed. So before we get into any games, I need to camo it up, take every advantage I can get. I'll just do the 30 days. I don't see this going by in a week here. Probably could if I focused. Excuse me. I'm paying the 80,000 silver for all the camo for 30 days. And we'll see how quickly this goes. So I'm pretty excited to be playing this tank, just to see how it is. A lot of people don't like it, especially in comparison to the T29. So let's just take a look at the packages here. Stock, it gets 720 horsepower and a 90mm gun, not the M3, but one very similar. It has 7.89 rounds per minute, 170 base AP pen, 240 average alpha, with 0.37 accuracy and an average aim time of 2.29. Now the turret armor is only rated at 114 on the front, but it's actually better than that in the gun mantlet area, with a lot of spaced armor to make it extra protective. Now if we look at the next package here, I get 760 horsepower with the 105mm gun, 4.76 rounds per minute, so it shoots more slowly, but it gets 198 penetration with 320 average alpha damage. However, the accuracy is only 0.41, and the aim time stays the same at 2.29. So, worse accuracy for better pen and alpha, and likely worse DPM. And these last two packages here essentially just upgrade the turret, giving me a 400-meter view range and a rating of 298 frontal turret armor. The gun is exactly the same. What I'm getting with this last package here is the final engine for 800 horsepower, 298 frontal turret armor. That's just what it's rated at. Again, that's not counting the gun mantlet, and 400 meters of view range. That is really nice. That's going to be really effective, especially on a Tier 8. And with the upgraded turret, the 105mm gun actually gets 0.40 accuracy and 5.66 rounds per minute. So slightly tighter accuracy and a better rate of fire on the 105mm gun, as well as Tier 10 medium quality view range at 400 meters and very, very, very good frontal turret armor. I'm pretty excited for that. So all that, 35,900 XP, and then 168,500 XP for the M103. So this shouldn't be too bad. I don't see me having to use any free XP for such small research costs. So for the equipment here, I'm going to stick with the usual large caliber tank gun rammer. Go with coated optics to make use of that view range, especially when I get the upgraded turret. And for the last one, kind of leaning towards a toolbox again a little bit, but I think I'm just going to go with a vertical stabilizer to help keep the dispersion values of the 90mm and eventually the 105mm gun nice and tight. So I'm going to go into the supplies here. I am going to stock up on some APCR, not a heck of a lot. And for consumables, I am going to stick on the quote-unquote premium kits. I'm not going to use a small first aid kit even. I'm actually going to try and make use of the passive bonuses that the large repair, large first aid, and automatic extinguisher give you. Slightly increased repair speed with the large repair kit, crew protection with the first aid kit, and reduced chance of fire with the automatic fire extinguisher. So these are skills I already have: Brothers in Arms, Sixth Sense, clutch braking, repairs, and off-road driving. So for my new skill, I don't really know what to pick. I honestly could really do whatever I feel like here, just depending on what I'm going for. Deadeye, maybe. That might not be a bad choice, especially for later. Armor, I might want armor to help with damaged guns. Adrenaline Rush, that might be useful. I expect to get shot a lot, so we'll see. Camouflage, I'm probably not. Jack of all trades might not be a bad idea for me here, especially with artillery shooting at me and knocking out crew members. But I think I'm going to go with Adrenaline Rush here, seeing as I'm playing a heavy tank, and me being me, I'm going to be on the front line, so I'm going to expect to take damage. And maybe if I get low enough damage, then the Adrenaline Rush can kick in, and I can get a slightly faster reload. So, as you can see, Evan Pike was severely overtrained. He is 100% trained on the T32, and there's only 33% training left on Adrenaline Rush. So that's really good. That was very smart of me not to pick a new skill and just overtrain him. So let's see if I can get a platoon together for my first game in the T32. I'm really looking forward to playing this tank, and I'm going to check my friends list. I'll be right back. Let's see if we can get things going. Okay, we're back here in the platoon. I've got Captain Mendoza, Halo Helix, Hardcore, and Double O Vend, all playing Tier 8s. Should be good times. We got a VK-4502 Alpha, an SDA-1, a T-28 tank destroyer, and an Object 416. All of us playing Tier 8s, me in the stock T-32. Should be enjoyable. So, even with the non-upgraded turret, this turret still has a pretty protective gun mantlet. So here on Mountain Pass, I'm going to do what I can to, as I've been saying pretty much the whole series so far, I'm going to do what I can to utilize hull down as best as possible. I'm going to go to the South Pass in the J2, J3 area, where lots of heavy hitters wind up going these days, as opposed to the Glacier Road in the north there. And it looks like we're top tier this game. They have a T32, a T34 Premium, an IS-6 Premium, an Object 416, and a JT-88. So I'm going to go to the South Pass and try and do some damage there, as well as soak up shots for my teammates with my with my pretty good turret armor. So we'll see how this goes. And now we can roll out. So, I don't really expect Hardcore 20 MK to get in the battle too quickly. He'll probably stay and shoot across the lake there since he's in a slow T28. But Halo Helix should be able to get ahead of me and Mendoza going to the South Pass if he decides to go that way. I think he's going to go to the bridge. So, me and Mendoza in our top tier heavy tanks should go to the South Pass there and stop the enemy push and hopefully get our own push going here with our heavy tanks. Nothing going on over there just yet. We're not spotting anything. Double O Vend and Halo Helix decided to actually follow us this time, and Hardcore does not look like he's stopping, so he'll probably be able to catch up with us eventually as we get into the usual stalemate battle when the battle unfolds in the very early stages of a game and people are playing really cautious, trading shots here and there very rarely, and a whole lot of nothing really happens. That 416 is so small. Best camo rating in the game. Wow. It's like a pancake with a gun and on tracks. Brilliant. It looks like Halo Helix just got smacked by the enemy Object 416. So I'm just going to push forward and try to be his armor. Mendoza's pushing ahead as well. Hopefully he can get in a good side-scraping position. And we've got artillery shooting at us already. So that's just brilliant. Okay, I'm going to push over this little depression right in front of me here, as I can peek over with just my turrets showing out. See if I can get a shot on this Black Prince. That was a really terrible shot. I should have known better than shooting into the frickin' gun mantlet of the Black Prince. Should try and get enough gun depression here. See if I can hit it. There we go, 237. Okay, hit with the 90 mil on that Black Prince there. Tough to get the gun depression. Let's see if I can get him before he... Oh, that was a terrible hit. That one went way high. I was trying to get a shot off on him before he completely got out of the line of fire. That shot went high at the T34 just up the plate. Surprisingly, it bounced. It's not exactly strong. VK36H side on to me, took a hit there. Looks like the T32 hit me back in kind. And he's pretty side on, so I'm going to put one into his gun mantlet and do no damage. That's brilliant. So I've already taken a bit of damage here. They're just successfully hitting my hatch on the right side of my turret. I should be doing a better job of protecting it, but there's not much I can do. So I'm going to try and hit this T-34, see if I can track him so he doesn't run away. I actually did some damage as well for 295. That's kind of surprising, but I won't complain. See if I can just inch forward. Maybe I can hit his hatch at the top of his turret here. Oh, perfect. And he bounced one off my gun mantlet. So that's a good trade right there. That T-34 does have a pretty strong gun. Stronger than mine, that's for sure. See if I can hit his top hatch again. No, that one missed. It went just high. Not the best of shots to take there. There is so much going on. I'm just hearing guns going off and seeing tanks explode. Pretty crazy. So we've got the T-32, the T-34, and the VK36H right in front of us. And this medium tank on our left side is by himself, so Mendoza's going in to deal with him. I should head up there as quickly as I can to back him up. Looks like the enemy 416. Excuse me. Looks like the enemy 416 is pulling back to get out of the line of fire. This VK36 is exposed. 12 hit points. Okay, Mendoza was able to get the Object 416, so we're good there. I'm going to turn around as quickly as my tank will allow me. Oh man. Oh man. And it's not that this crew is untrained. I have the stock tracks with the stock engine. The North Road is completely gone. That's why I'm turning around. Let's see if I can head back there, stop and advance, offer our artillery a bit of a defensive way out. Excuse me. Pay attention in the north there, guys. One of our artillery. Looks like one of them followed us all the way down to the south patch there. I didn't even notice. Hardcore, Mendoza, and Halo Helix are all pretty damaged. I still have over half health. So this battle's progressed okay so far, I suppose. It could have gone a lot worse, that's for sure, with artillery actually nailing me. But it could have gone better. I took some bad shots there. You know, it is far from over. Oh, Mendoza just got whacked by artillery. That's unfortunate. And Hardcore repaid him in kind. Perfect. Alright, so artillery's pulling back. We're going to go over here to the bridge now. I'm not sure if anything went on the North Road because they would have either seen our artillery by now or we would have seen them with artillery spotting them by now, so that's a little weird. I'm going to head over here to the bridge. They could very well be going underneath the bridge towards the south, where the main fight's at, to try and reinforce the enemy team that's currently fighting with my remaining two platoon mates in the south end there. We don't have much left. We have a T-43, Hardcore, and a T-28, Halo Helix, and an STA-1, and our 3 artillery. And I'm way over here, ass over tea kettle, in the middle of nowhere, being borderline useless. IS-6. I don't think this is going to be a very good shot, but no. Went high into his upper front plate, which is not where I wanted it to go. Not where I should have been. Ooh. Ah, there's the JT-88. Okay. I don't have the gun depression to hit him, so I should be able to cross the bridge. Come on, tank, turn. Oh my goodness. This stock engine plus the stock tracks make this tank really difficult to turn. I should be able to peek over. There we go. There's a good hit. 221. He's now a one-shot. I just got to hit him probably in the top here. That went low and bounced. That's awesome. I don't know if it hit his side plate or if it just went low right into his gun mantlet, but that was not a good shot. And it sounds like artillery. Well, that had to have been at least one of our artillery shooting at him, but they both missed. If it was their artillery shooting me, he missed as well. Let's see if I can get behind him here. He's kind of just staying underneath that bridge. I need to move to get behind him and take him out. Otherwise he will be a serious problem. Looks like we lost another friendly artillery. So it's just the 4 of us. Myself, Halo Helix, and the T-43, plus one of our artillery. This JT keeps matching my moves, so I'm going to pull away, get unspotted, and then see if I can surprise him coming out from a different side. Ugh. My god, this thing does not move right now. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Okay, I should be able to go now. This thing can actually get going once if I'm going in a straight line. Okay, he's still stopping. I need to get over here. I'm wasting too much time here. That went right into his gun mantlet. That's just brilliant. And now I am so exposed to him. Lower plate. Nope. That hit his upper plate, actually. I'm probably going to get killed by this. I have to hit his gun port. There we go. Pulled my own butt out of the fire after putting it in there myself. Now I'm essentially a one-shot for everything that's left on their team, which is a serious problem, because I needed to try and maintain that HP pool. I wanted to try and take out that JT-88 without taking any additional damage. But that didn't happen, so I'm just going to have to make do with what I've got. Now this stock engine, this crappy engine and these crappy treads are just going to be a nightmare down here in the water. This crappy soft terrain. I'm going to load up some APCR. All that's left is an IS-6. That artillery's going to... Oh, speaking of IS-6, there he is. Let's lock on. Okay, I need to get a hit on him. And that one went just high. His shot ate dirt, sorry. Let's try another one. There. Oh, perfect! I tracked him. No damage. Excellent. Just what I wanted. Let's try for another. Nope. Not enough time. He reloaded just before I could get a third shot off. Well, that's a little bit frustrating. But my team should be able to clean it up. We'll see. Halo Helix was able to close out the game with the help of the T-43. Good way to finish it off. 2,792 XP, but I did not do very well that game. Only 1,019 damage with 2 tanks knocked out. I did get a sniper medal, which helped with the XP, but I just did not penetrate my shots. That was not very good. Well, it could have been a lot worse, that's for sure. So let's just move on to the next game and keep on grinding for now. Okay, back in the garage. I have enough XP to research the first package with the 105mm gun on the T32. So let's just open up the packages. The T32 E1 package only costs 14,500. So I'm going to go ahead and research that right now. Now I can purchase it for 204,600 silver. Now that dropped the price of these two to 21,400 XP. So let's take another look at this 105mm gun. The alpha is now 320 with 198 penetration, but only 4.76 rounds per minute and 0.41 accuracy. Definitely an improvement though over the 170 penetration and 240 alpha of the 90mm, and this gun will fire faster and more accurately with the upgraded turret. So let's purchase this for 201,000 silver. The gun looks slightly bigger. The tank itself doesn't look very different. I'm going to try and get another platoon together, see if people want to play some tier 8s with me. Okay, we're back. I was unable to get a platoon, but that's alright. I don't mind playing solo here and there. So, let's fire up a game here. I'm going to play by myself with my newly acquired 105mm gun on the T32 Tier 8 United States Heavy Tank. So this should be a little bit more tolerable with 198 penetration as opposed to only 170. The 90mm, I was only in one Tier 10 game with it, but there weren't very many Tier 10s, and one of them was a bat shot anyways, and the other one was a artillery piece. I believe, if I remember right, it was a Conqueror gun carriage. So it wasn't that bad. I shot almost all of my APCR into some Tier 9s, so the 90mm is still workable against some Tier 9s, but there was nothing really well armored, such as E75s and whatnot. There are a couple Tier 9s in this game as well, but it's just a Tortoise on the other team, and our team also only has one Tier 9. It's a predominantly Tier 8 game again this time around. And I forgot to change my ammo! Oh my godness! I've got no APCR and I have 17 high explosive rounds. That's just brilliant. Wow. Oh my god. I don't even want to play right now. I don't even want to play right now. Like I just feel like an idiot. I can't believe I did that. Whatever. Sorry, I'm just going to have to buck up and deal with it. So, here on Live Oaks, I'm going to go to the railroad tracks in the south end here. See what I can do. It's a little bit more hilly. I can use my gun depression and my strong turret armor to the best of my capabilities on this side of the map. I'm just going to peek over here to start with. Try and set up in a kind of a more defensive position. Not seeing anything going on right now, but they are probably outside my view range. The super Pershing is going in over top. I got a T29 coming in to support right behind me as well. And super Pershing decided to stop. Okay. Not much going on right now. Oh, there we go. Tiger 2 spotted, coming right across the railroad tracks. I put a shot in the lower plate. And it went way high into his gun mantlet for 0 damage. Got a J-Panther 2 over there, but I don't think I'm going to try shooting him. He's too well sloped. This AMX AC-48, though, I can hit this big bar or not. That's cool, too. I'm just going to reload and try that again. Got a medium tank closing in as well. Can't see what it is. Ooh, I poked out a little bit too far there. Let's see if I can hit this. Nope, that one missed as well. The game decided that I wanted to shoot the J-Panther instead. He just hit me right in my hatch. Unfortunately, try another shot right there. He is just out DPMing me right now. I've hit him once and he's already knocked me down to about half health. I gotta stop being stupid. Gotta start moving, making it harder for him to hit my weak spots. Looks like the super Pershing went in and just rammed him. That was a brilliant bounce. Good job, Mobius. Good job. Okay, our super Pershing is gonna get wrecked. So I'll do what I can, but I'm not sacrificing myself to save him. Knocked the AMX AC down to 1 shot, low rolled him for 307, and he survived with 51 hit points. Thank you, T34. Yeah, looks like an Indian Panzer right in front of us. Still a J-Panther 2 in the back there, and there's something else sniping on the far right. Let's try and put a shot into J-Panther 2. Not bad, 355. He went back down into hiding. See, I'm bouncing something on the far right there, but we can't even see it. He's hitting both my turret and the upper plate, so... Alright, Tiger 2, that was a bad shot. That was a bad shot. I thought he was going to keep pulling forward and expose his drive wheel there for me for an easy shot to the side there. Alright, here's one. Or not. Or the T-34 can just pull it up right in front of me. You need to pull back and let us be able to shoot this guy. There we go. Perfect! 15 points of damage. Nothing fantastic there, unfortunately. Alright, still got an enemy hold down T32 way in the distance there. It looks like the town is progressing somewhat poorly. They got a lot more people over there. But we are up 5-2 right now with the T28 Proto killing somebody else. Oh, it's a Borsig in the back there. I should have known. I'm surprised he hasn't hurt me yet. Okay, I'm going to come over the top. That J Panther is one shot. So is the Indian Panzer. Alright, let's take out this guy. He's gone. Now I should be able to rush down and take out this Indian Panzer. Indian Panzer just whacked me in the viewport. That was a brilliant bounce. Indian Panzer, armor OP, needs nerf. I saw that coming. I was hoping I could wipe out that Indian Panzer, and that way the Borsig would lose his spotter. But that did not work out so well. I bounced on an Indian Panzer. I suck at this game. Okay, in the post game here, unfortunately we lost that game. We were up on tanks. I lost quite a bit of silver. I did not have a good game at all. 996 damage with 2 tanks knocked out. Surprisingly, I was second on my team, even though a Borsig had 1500 damage. I'm not too sure how that happened, but that's okay. Let's just move on to the next game. Keep on grinding. What can you do? Can't win them all. Okay, we're back in the garage. I've got a full platoon. I now have enough XP to research the upgraded turret on the T32. And both packages are only 21,400 XP. It's both just a turret upgrade, and they're mounting the exact same guns that you had previously, the 105mm as well as the 90mm. So researching the first one made this one free. Now I can mount either one for 109,500 silver, and I'm going to continue to use the 105mm gun. So now I only have the M103 to research. So upgrading the turret somehow made the gun shoot faster from 4.76 rounds per minute as well as 0.41 accuracy. Now I have 5.66 rounds per minute with 0.40 accuracy. And I have an 800 horsepower engine as well. The view range on this turret is really good at 400 meters as well. And I have a rating of 298mm on the front of the turret, which is crazy good. So, I've got Joko 3000, Halo Helix 2000, Twinkie Phobe, and Niles Y93 here in my platoon. I'm going to play some tier 8s and just carry on the grind. So technically, my T32 is now fully upgraded, and it is simply grinding for the M103 now for 168,500 XP, I believe it was, in total. Should be good times. And now that I think about it, that is quite a bit of XP required for the tier 9. Because if I remember correctly, the T110E5 is about 185,000 XP. And there's still a grind to do on the M103 for the 120mm guns. But enough about that. Let's just focus on what's at hand here. Or I should focus, sorry. You guys aren't playing, I'm playing. What the hell am I saying? Now guys, I would like to go out on a limb here and say, one thing you want to keep track of when you're grinding, or when you're just playing, working on your grinds, you want to make sure you're in a good mood. You want to make sure you've had a good sized snack recently, or a good lunch, as well as, maybe gone outside, got some fresh air, make sure your chores are done. Spend about an hour or two, make sure your chores are done before you get on your grind. Then you can just focus. So we got another game coming up on Live Oaks here. I know that the last game that I recorded, when I still had the stock turret, was also on Live Oaks. And if I remember right, it went pretty horribly. So let's try this again. See if I can redeem myself, so to speak. Okay, we've got a few tier 9s this game. E75, IS-8, M46 Patton, T54, T30, Object 704. The rest are tier 8s. There's a tier 8 premium tank platoon as well. There was a 112 and a T34-3 over there, I believe. So I'm going to head to the railroad tracks again. See, now the reload is 8.94 seconds as opposed to over 10 seconds on the previous turret. So it's about a second faster with this new turret. And that frontal turret armor, did you see how big that mantlet was? That mantlet is huge. It's so thick. I'm just going to have a much better time with this turret. Now it's tough to tell, but there's also a couple little metallic pieces, not even plates, directly in front of the commander's hatch, making it a little bit harder to hit, I believe, as well as the hatch itself is smaller. Alright, Getting over in the same spot here. Just going to take a very defensive stance to start off. Going to wait until our spotter, our little scout up there, spots some things for us. Looks like I have an IS-3 with me. Also got an M103 and an E75. I don't know why they came with us as opposed to going into town when they're top tier heavies. Also got Twinkie Phobe and his IS-3. We're spotting nothing, so we're just going to keep on going. This tank definitely accelerates better with the upgraded engine, and something is spotting me. What could it be? Yeah, there is no Borsig on the other team, and there's no Awful Waffle. So it could very well be one of their scout tanks. Oh, wait a minute. There's a T30. I don't think that's what was spotting us, though. He's still pretty far back and doesn't have very good eyes over the ridge and across the water that we are. Yep, there's their scout tank. And our scout got whacked by the SU-152. Just gave him a nice hello. VK-28, that's the guy that spotted us. And he was smart. He spotted us and ran away to live another day. Alright, let's get this SU-152 first. He has less HP. Oh, no, friendly's pulling in front of me. Okay, refocusing on the T30.
That's gotta hurt.
Get some damage on a tier 9 here. Get some bonus XP for it. He's down to a one-shot. Let's see if I can pull forward and have the M103 let me shoot him. Maybe not. I think the M103's got him, but let's see if I can keep going around. Yep, side shot on the T30. There we go. 35 hit points. So got a little bit of damage on a tier 9. Also took him out of the game. Should get some decent bonus XP for that. Got a T-34 camping their base. There we go. See, I had problems penning this T-34's hull with the 90mm, but not with the 105. I like it. Right, he's backing up out of the way. Another shot into him. He's a one-shot. That SU-152 is gone. Just waiting for a reload. Ooh, there's artillery. Let's take him out. There we go. Left him with 8 hit points. Talk about low roll. Hit him for a whopping 242. Talk about a freaking mercy low roll. Unbelievable. Okay, so looks like the back door is completely open. We're going to have to push forward and swing around behind them to hold them off. I'm not sure why our scout is running away. There is a Centurion 1 chasing him. Let's see if I can put a shot on him. Oh, no, that was poorly aimed. That was not a good shot. Not a good shot at all. Now he's behind a ridge and I don't have an angle on him whatsoever. Twinkie Phobe's going in to help our scout tank. But no, the scout tank gets taken out by an Object 704. See if I can hit the object. There we go. Nice, 330 on a tier 9. Perfect. I will take as much XP as I can get. We need shots on that Object 704. Otherwise he is going to hold us back and we're not going to regroup on the base in time. See if I can get another shot on the 704 once I aim in. Nice, 325. Perfect. Racking up some damage on some tier 9s this game. I'm liking this 105 gun already. It's quite tolerable. One more shot, and Halo Helix took him out just before my shell landed. Unfortunately, we wasted a lot of time with that. What is this? E75. I don't have a good shot on him. I need to ignore him anyways, because we are going to get capped out if somebody doesn't hustle back there. There are 5 people. Oh, somebody's spotting me too. It might be that E75. Okay, the rest of their team is on the flag. I don't know. I'm not sure why Halo Helix ran away from all that, because he was essentially our only defense there. We kind of needed him back in the face. That is also my fault, though, for not just turning around and defending. I wanted to swing around and catch them in the backside, but I should have known better because I'm not in this Swift medium tank. Still netted 670 XP, 35,000, just under 36,000 silver, 1,919 damage dealt. Not a bad game whatsoever. I don't know what the heck happened with our tier 9s. Well, Tortoise here, anyways. He got 2 penning shots. Looks like only, yeah. Looks like that was all the damage he did. Too bad. Let's go back to the garage and keep on grinding. Alright, back in the garage here. I am about halfway to the M103. My Evan Pike guy has finished training Adrenaline Rush, and this tank is just awesome. I have bounced E100 rounds. I have bounced Tier 10 tank destroyer rounds off the front of the turret. This turret is so strong. There's a reason I don't even bother shooting at hull down T32s, even if I'm in one of my Tier 10 medium tanks. I just don't bother, even from the side. I'm enjoying this a lot so far. And now that my crew has completed Adrenaline Rush, I'm going to overtrain it. I'm going to start overtraining it. Every bit of XP is going to be overtraining it for the next tank, which will be the M103. So that's going to be really nice. Got our next game here on Pearl River. It's an encounter battle. So depending on where I spawn, I will decide from there what I'm going to do. I'm not sure how the spawns are in Pearl River Encounter now. They've been changed since last I saw it, I believe. Okay, so we are in the northeast corner, and most of the red team is in the southwest corner. And it is a Tier 9 game. They have a Lorraine, a Leopard prototype, Tortoise, a couple Awful Waffles, at least one M103. So they do have quite a few Tier 9s. That's fine. That's what APCR is for. Okay. I'm going to follow Mio towards the flag. I've got Fiddler's Green, Chrome, Mio, and Halo Helix in my platoon here. A couple of good guys who I really like to platoon with, especially when I'm grinding. They agreed to play some more Tier 8 with me. And I am forever appreciative to my buddies who are willing to play what I would like to play. Remember, if you have platoon mates that play this game that are nice enough to play whatever tier you're grinding, be sure to reciprocate at some point and say, hey, yeah, I have an Elite Cromwell. I can help you grind your Tier 6. Or so on and so forth. Yeah, I have an Elite E75. I can play that while you grind your Tier 9. So on and so forth. It's all about give and take. Anyways, I am going to go right into the flag. I'm going to be really aggressive here and start putting the pressure on the other team by parking my tank in the flag here and start the cap timer. I have at least half my team behind me to provide some supporting fire if I need it. So, I'm going to knock this house down. Oh, well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Oh, there we go. Got a Lorraine right in front of me. Put a shot in him. There we go. Just damaged to Tier 9. Unfortunately, he's going to probably clip me out here now. Oh, never mind. Somebody just whacked him good. He missed his last shot, and he's gone. Yeah. I think trading a Lorraine for a T32 is a fair trade. I'll take that any day. Naturally, the artillery is shooting at me as well. See if I can back up, get a shot at the T43. I just bounced a T43 with a fully upgraded T32. I suck at World of Tanks. I'm going to try to keep repositioning here. I'm just going to stay side scraping off this side. I am fairly exposed to artillery. He does have shots on me, but anything coming around that corner has to deal with me side scraping. Got an awful waffle there. Oh, there's their Tortoise. That's brilliant. I don't need to deal with that. Just need to back out a little bit, not too far. Let my teammates deal with this Tortoise for me. This T43 isn't as much of a threat. But I can't poke out too far on my right because there's that awful waffle there. I don't know who else could be. Let's track this Tortoise. He doesn't really have a good shot on me. He's just getting reamed. And we got our friendly Tortoise coming in to take him out. And he's gone.
Another one down.
Well, we're currently up 4-0. Artillery is still shooting at me. He might have hit my teammate behind me in the tank destroyer. Our Tortoise is dealing with this T43 as best as he can. There's their enemy artillery, at least one of them. Hopefully somebody takes him out. So, pretty interesting success side scraping on that building there. Putting the pressure on really early in the game. Forcing a couple of other tanks to come to me. Getting the Lorraine and the Tortoise killed very early in the game. Not good for the red team there. Now, this awful waffle needs to expose himself. There we go. I expected him to keep going. I shot way in front of him. That was a bad shot. As I said, I suck at World of Tanks. Okay, I'm really wanting to get off this hill. Okay, there we go. Crusader, self-propelled. Our Tier 7 artillery knocked out that awful waffle, and we still are up 7-0. So I think it is past time I push forward now that that awful waffle is pinning me in. I only have about half my hit points. Less than half, actually, but that's okay. Let's try side-scraping around here. Get a shot of this T30. Oh, he's barely visible. That wouldn't have been a shot worth taking anyways. Okay. See if I can squeeze into the buildings here on my left, I guess. Battle's progressing pretty well so far. Tortoise took out another one. It looks like the rest of the fight's way in the south by their spawn. I'm going to have to try and start heading that way best as I can. I'm going to pull into these buildings here. Just trying to protect myself from last enemy artillery. Not that anything will be able to spot me, but I'm just being RT safe. Last two guys down there, folks. Let's close in and finish them off. Got an STI and a T-54 engaging the last enemy heavy tank. Looks like Fid was able to get in and get the finishing shot on him. And then Mio took out the last artillery. Well, that was an interesting game. We wiped him 15-0. Unfortunately for me, I didn't really do much. I just kind of tanked shots for a little bit. Almost got clipped out by a Lorraine. But I still netted 1507 XP with 31,000 silver for only doing 612 damage. However, I have 1924 for assisted damage in tracking that tortoise as well as spotting that awful waffle. Hence why I got an okay XP haul. Not a great XP haul, but an okay one. Let's move on to the next game and just keep on grinding. It's time to get that M103. About halfway left to go for the M103. Hey guys, back in the garage here. I've got Player TD and Asmodeus. I am most of the way to the M103. I have 108,000 XP saved up. Just been grinding and grinding, grinding. I have been liking this tank so far, though. It is much more mobile than the T29. I'm going to attribute that to its smaller chassis. It's lighter chassis, I guess you could say. But it also has a 800 horsepower engine, which isn't bad at all. And the turret is smaller, thus making the whole tank lighter as well. A lot of people really bag on the T30, especially compared to the T29. But the T29 is a really strong tank for its tier. This T32 hasn't been bad at all. Just hard targets against tier 9s and tier 10s. I've had to sling a little bit of APCR and still aim for the weak points. But it's been more than tolerable. This 105mm gun has been serving me very well, and this turret is crazy good at protecting my health point pool. Got a standard battle on Karelia here, so no matter which side I spawn on, whether it's in J2 or in A0, looks like I'm in the southwest corner in H2, I'm going to go to that hill in the very middle. That is where I need to be. Start taking shots and soaking shots, and we are very top tier this game. There's only a few tier 8s, and the rest are 7s and 6s.
Let's go.
This could be a very awesome game or a very bad game, as in humiliating. Okay, I'm going to start heading where I need to go. Get into position here. Hopefully I'm able to back up my platoon mates. Player TD is in an AT-15, and Asmodeus is in an Indian Panzer medium tank. Excuse me. So as you can see, I'm trucking along at a good 36 kilometers an hour. Oh, they got a light tank coming right across. Oh, there's a medium right behind it too. I'm going to ignore them. I need to get into position. I've got the rest of my team there to deal with them, and they probably will. As in, they will all stop to turn their guns to shoot them. Alright, this T-69 spotted a J-Panther, an IS-3, and a Leopard scout tank going up top. So I'm going to keep on going. Blow past this T-69. Cut right in front of him. Oh, there's another heavy tank on the right. Also got a KV-1S. Ooh, an FCM 50-ton up top with the Leopard scout. I fully expect to take some damage here from these heavies on my right. From this KV-1S and this other heavy. Let's see what's going on. Yep, there we go. There's a hit I was expecting. That's fine. Took a lot less damage than I expected to, just to get up here. So I'm going to peek over this hill here, take on this FCM 50-ton so that he can't get side shots, in the rest of my team that is at the bottom of this hill. It's important that I start putting the pressure on them, relieving the pressure off the rest of my team, and put some side shots in these heavies that have pushed up really far. KV-1S in the back there. Let's put a shot on him. And he tracked me, but I took him for a good portion of his hit points there. FCM 50 ton just knocked out both of our scouts, so I am essentially alone up here, but that's okay. This FCM. I'm not sure where that shot went. The KV-1S hit me though. Apparently, I bounced an FCM 50 ton. I am bad at World of Tanks. Let's just finish him off. That was embarrassing. I don't even know where I hit him to bounce him. How do you bounce an FCM 50 ton? Okay, I got bigger problems to worry about. Fully broadside KV-1S, 339 damage, dropping him down to a one-shot. Player TD was able to take out the other heavy tank over there. Now we've got a scout zipping in. See if I can hit him. Remember, that shot was not led well enough. Bad shot by me. He's still closing in. See if I can redeem myself. Nope. Well, it was pretty on target. I led the target okay there, but the shot just went high and missed. That's all that was. Now that leopard is messing up my buddy player TD, so I'm going to have to push forward, take out this KV-1S. He's gone. Now let's keep pushing. I'm going to put the pressure on this IS-3 now that leopard scout is pretty much dealt with. I'm going to side scrape right around this corner here. Oh, he does have some backup. Looks like a VK-3001D in the back there, medium tank. He's falling back, so this IS-3 is essentially alone. Asmo's going in. Got a nice shot on him. I'll put one to finish him off. That pretty much takes care of this side, so that gives us the VK-3001D. But there's a lot of stuff behind us that pushed in the north, so I'm going to just turn around. See if I can get some teammates to turn around and follow me as well. Naturally, when you sit back at the base the whole game, oh, looks like he actually did turn around. This KV-3 should turn around with me as well. I've got a Cheeto coming with me as well, I believe. VK-36 is kind of going up the hill. Looks like he's going to poke into the middle there. I don't understand that mentality. Oh, the base is threatened, and I'm a lot closer to our base than I am to their base, but I'm going to go all the way to their base. Oh well, I should stop complaining. I got to back up this friendly Cheeto of mine. Maybe I'll get a bag of Cheetos for it. I made it funny. Looks like player TD and Asmo were able to mop up back in the north there, pushing through. KV-2 is now one shot. Cheeto got him. Perfect. Player TD should be able to handle that last heavy up there, so I've got... Oh, it's an IS-6 and it just took him out. Never mind. We might have to deal with that later. I'm not sure if the T-69 up there can handle it. Now, these three heavies up here need to get off the hill and actually be helpful. They should be getting down behind that IS-6 and getting some side or rear shots into him. Meanwhile, I've got to take up this Tiger. Here's one shot into him. He's now a one-shot. He looks stock as well. Yeah, that's definitely a stock Tiger. He's not upgraded at all. One shot into his side. Take him out for 251 damage. Alright. Now, I need to turn around and take on this IS-6. I'm going to load up some APCR for the IS-6. I don't feel like messing around. I just want to get this game over with now. I want to see how much I did this game. I feel like I did okay. Emphasis on feel like. I don't think I did that much damage, but I took out a few tanks. Definitely some kill stealing going on this game by yours truly. That's okay. Alright, I think I have a shot now. Let's just aim in. And APCR. There we go. 304 damage. I love that high. I love those high velocity shells. They're great. Alright, let's get another shot into him. And he's gone. 315 damage. Takes him out of the game. Finishing off this one. Excellent. I might lose silver for shooting some APCR that game, but not likely. I didn't think so. Just under 30,000 silver. And with the ops, 2,896 XP. Not a bad game in terms of XP. 2,274 damage. 5 enemy tanks knocked out. Just one shy of a top gun. That's okay. It wasn't bad though. Player TD netted a high caliber. And the enemy I-6 did over 2,000 damage as well. So a pretty good game all around there. Alright, back to the grind. Okay, this is Mobius Y here. I am so close. I have 166,894 XP. And I've got my platoon of buddies here with me to play some Tier 8. A couple of them are in Borsigs, so on and so forth. I'm just really excited. If I play even a decent game, it doesn't have to be a great game. If I play a decent game and get a couple thousand, some 1,500 XP or so, I will be able to research the M103 once and for all. It was a bit of a length going from the fully upgraded T32 to the M103. But upgrading the T32 itself, it wasn't that bad. The packages were pretty cheap. So, got another standard battle here on Karelia. I believe the last one I recorded as well was on Karelia. That was a few days ago, though. So, let's see if I can have a similar performance, or a better one than that last one. I've been having a lot of success on Karelia with the T32, going up to the main hill there. Looks like I'm in the southwest spawn again. I've got Player TD and United Combat both in Borsigs and Fiddler's Green in an AMX 5100. We are middle tier, facing off against some Tier 9s. They had an M103, Leopard prototype, a couple others, so maybe I'll be able to get some decent damage while damaging Tier 9s, and that would be a wonderful XP haul. Hitting that T54 E1, the T30, and the Leopard prototype, those would just be wonderful. Much easier to damage them than the VK45 Bravo or the M103. Even the M103 actually wouldn't be that difficult to damage. If his turret's not looking at me, I should be able to shoot it. But I've been having a lot of success on this map with this particular tank especially. It's been really nice. This tank has so far served me quite well. This turret is just so good. It's so good. I've gotten hull down and had a 183 shoot a hash round right into my turret's gun mantlet. It damaged my gun, but he only did about 200 points worth of damage. It was hilarious. And I promptly shot a round right into his tracks, which tracked him, and then the rest of my team just focus fired on his ass and took him out within the first 2 minutes. Good times. So we've got a couple things spotted up here already. I might take some damage on the way up, just like I did in the last one that I recorded, I believe. Got a friendly M103 who's taking on the enemy M103. There's an awful Panther way up there. Fortunately, Fid is down to a one-shot already. Let's just take a... I'm surprised I hit that M103. Wow. And that's one thing that's been impressing me about this gun, is I've actually been able to do medium-esque snapshots with this 105mm gun. While it only has 0.4 accuracy, it's got pretty good accuracy on the move. Alright, I got an Awful Panther and a T-54 E1, so let's see if I can hug this rock as best as possible. Oh, Leopard prototype as well. Let's shoot him. There we go, 321. Damaging a Tier 9. And he bounced one off of my front plate, it looked like. This 54 E1 really wants me. Okay, I'm just going to peek over cautiously. That Leopard's probably repositioning. Yep, there he is. I figured he would have tried repositioning to get a better shot on me. I'm not going to peek over too far. Let's wait for him to poke out. There we go. That hit his gun mantlet. The one place you can actually bounce on a Leopard prototype. Okay, friendly M103 right behind me. Pulling up to assist. Okay, let's get this Leopard proto first. A good shot. M103 is just going ham. Awful Panther is gone. 228 damage. Perfect. Now this M103 is probably going to die because this 54E1 is just clipping him out. He just shot me, and that was a good bounce on my part. Side shot on him. Nice tracking shot. Let's mark him. He can't get away now. The rest of my team should be able to smoke him. And my Leopard prototype, he's not looking at me, so I got to start putting shots on him. His shot missed, so I can peek out. Well, I should be able to get a shot on this enemy M103 as well. Maybe I should just deal with this Leopard first. Oh, that was a bad shot. I twitched and I fired. That was a bad shot on my part. Alright, let's see if he was a shot on me. That one actually penned. Okay. Now he's trying to protect himself here. This T-71's going to help. Let's put one shot right into his side skirt. T-71 might be able to clip him out if he doesn't keep bouncing or missing. Alright, Leopard proto. There we go. You're gone. 317 damage on the leopard prototype. I did quite a bit of damage to that leopard prototype, so I should get some decent XP for that. Okay. I think I'm going to turn to the north here. VK-45 Bravo is way on the other side of the map. I'm going to load up some APCR. The extra high velocity will make it easier to hit him, especially if he's moving. As well as I'll have better pens, so I'll have a better chance to damage him. But first I'm going to take out this Freedom. Goodbye. 113 damage. Oh, and the T30's over there. Nice. Looks like the VK is more exposed, though, so I'm going to shoot an APCR. Oh, okay. I don't know what just happened there. Looks like he just dove for cover. There's the FCM 50 ton. Shoot him with an APCR. There we go. Oh, that was a waste. I kind of feel bad about that one. Okay, we got a T30 pushing. It says I can shoot him somewhere, but I'm not sure where. So I'm just going to ignore that, try to reposition a little bit. Let's see if we can get eyes on that VK-45 Bravo again. Oh, now I can... That T3 keeps backing up. There we go. Somebody lit up the VK again. I've got side shots on him. There we go. 330. Perfect. I'm going to keep shooting him. Looks like his butt is to me. Don't move forward. There we go. Ass shot. 329. Perfect. He'll probably get tired of staying there pretty shortly here, but I've still got butt shots in the meantime. One more shot. Only tracked him, unfortunately. 0.4 accuracy. Oh, now I might have a shot on this. Nope, no shot. I don't think I can save player TD here. Oh well. VK is exposed again. Side shot. Looked like 366 right there. Not bad. Unfortunately, I couldn't save player TD. T30 was able to take him out. But I should have a side turret shot here. That one bounced. Probably hit his front plate. Let's see if I can try it again. As soon as he turns away or something. I'm just going to load up some APCR to be a little bit more certain. Oh, never mind. M103 got him. Perfect. That leaves the T28 prototype all the way back in their base. I think it's safe to say we've won this game. Side shot on the T28 Proto. There we go. 311. See if he keeps moving there. Still not a good side shot, but let's try it again. 315 damage. Punishing him for his weak side armor. Poor guy. Let's see if I can get one more. Nope. T54 finally got him. Well, I think it's safe to say that just the winning victory. I don't know how much damage I did. Probably a decent amount, especially to that leopard prototype. 2,114 XP. And I don't think I had any ops completed with 44,000 silver. Not bad at all. Over 1,000 damage to the VK-45 Bravo, 1,200 to leopard prototype for a total of 3,632 damage. 2 tanks knocked out. Base XP of 1,375. Good XP haul that game. What a great game that was for me. And I think that'll do it. That should be my last game in the T32 required before I get the M103. So let's just pop back to the garage and I'll go ahead and research the M103 now. Okay, we're back in the garage. And as you can see, I have enough XP to research the M103. So my verdict on the T32, I actually liked it more than the T29. It's more mobile. Slightly better, just better mobility overall. Slightly better camo rating because it's lower profile. I had a much better time with this tank over the T29. Still got shot at by artillery here and there, but it wasn't too bad because with the better mobilities, just being able to accelerate out of the way much better, it wasn't as big of an issue. I felt a little bit more like I was kind of in a just really big medium tank with the slower speed and just the size of this tank. But by combining the 400 meter view range with my coated optics as well as what seems to be a good camo rating, I was able to actually play vision wars with other enemy tanks and win them. It was really surprising. And you know, the saving grace of this tank, look at how thick that frontal gun mantlet is. I bounced so many rounds from tier 10 TDs for that. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun just making other people mad about that. So that's what I think on the T32. I really enjoyed it. I probably could have trained camouflage to make use of the vision wars I was talking about, and just that would have been entertaining. So back into the packages here. I'm gonna go ahead and research the M103 for 168,500 XP. So, in closing, T32, easy grind, no need for any free XP since the packages are so cheap and very tolerable to use. So, with episode 4 of Heavy Duty, this is Mobius Y signing off. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time for episode 5 with the M103 Tier 9. Have a good night.